Okay, so it's now 5:01 up here. So I woke up. I had this epiphany. I don't know what evil's plan is, or at least what the evil artificial intelligence plan is. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but that AI, it does plan on turning against the humans in the future and getting rid of all your civilizations. Um, you might want to consider that when determining what you want to do with yourselves. So this playlist is for my sleeper cell children or kids that come from Proxima Centauri. They basically teleport over here, displacing your souls, and they take you over and pretend to be you. So that's why I created this playlist for them because I don't have time to write all the information in my book, but I do have time to, tell a short story. So that's what this playlist is about here. So where am I here? This video here that you're gonna watch, I'm gonna put it right after this one here. So this video here, you're gonna see it here after this one and before this one. So, because I'm gonna explain what that video, this one, and this one, and this one, and these ones mean. So before you go into that little playlist of watching them, you'll have an understanding of how they're all interconnected. You wouldn't understand what they mean unless I teach you what they mean. So there's a particular trailer called 1408. You might want to look it up. I can't put it in here because it might get taken down because the source is unreliable. So look for 1408. Type in 1408 trailer. When you type in 1408 trailer, that's where I come up with the 1408 planets. That's how I theorize there's only 1408 planets in creation. They're all in the Milky Way as well. So this is called Passengers. In Passengers, there's a particular scene where the Avalon it slingshots around the sun to get speed to go to the next place. So in this particular trailer, you're going to see just a little clip of that. You have to look for it very closely. You may have to hit the rewind button several times to see it again, but you're going to see the spaceship heading towards the star. That particular scene, if you want, you can type up passengers sun scene, and you'll see the Avalon sting around the sun. I can't put that scene here because it might get taken down. But it's actually from the actual company, so it should stay up. So passengers, when you see the spaceship sling around the sunshot or the sun, it's a representation of evil wanting to take over all creation and put cities around the suns and use the sun as like a source of I guess energy to power the sun or to power their cities. Basically, it's creating a giant solar dish that float around the sun and collect energy and power the city. That's their plan to take over creation. I didn't know they had a plan until this morning. Because I was wondering, I mean, they already got all 1,408 planets taken care of. So their plan now is to leave those planets and begin construction of these fake cities. That's how they want to live forever inside a tin can. Um, so I'm going to try to explain that for you so you can see it mentally. That's why I've created this playlist here. So this is Evil's plan. And I don't know if you guys watching this, the sleeper cell children, are aware of this, but that AI, it wants to stab the humans in the back. It wants to get rid of you guys in the future. So even if you do go back home, at some point in time, she'll turn against you, stab you all in the back, and get rid of you because that's her ultimate plan is to do that. Is to get rid of the humans, wants to get rid of the creators, and then steal all creation and put fake cities around all the stars across creation forever and ever and ever. That's her plan, and that's her plan alone. minus the humans. She wants to get rid of you guys. So you might want to consider maybe staying here with me and living forever as a human. Because if you go back to the machine, you guys you're gone. So that's what passenger seat is about when it flies around the sun. And then you got to add that to Valerian and the city of a thousand planets. Again, the thousand planets, it's very close to 1,408 planets. You can't say Valerian, the city of 1,408 planets, because it just doesn't make sense. But a thousand planets rolls off the tongue nice. So you connect the two together, it means there's 1,408 planets. But it means Valerian, the city of a thousand planets, means this particular scene, if you look over here, it's like a big floating, junky, massive. It's like a space station, basically what it is. And in the movie, they have to push it away from Earth's gravity before Earth's gravity sucks it in and makes it smash into the planet. So that's evil's plan, but it's also AI's plan to take over every star in the universe by putting these cities there. I'm assuming they only have 1,408 planets worth of material, but in theory they could fly into the elemental universe somehow, some way, and harvest material out of there to create these monstrosities around every star in creation. So when you see that, you have to picture that thing flying around the sun like that, and people living in it, and there being like solar panels on it so that they can provide electricity to the city. You then add that monstrosity to the wandering Earth, because the only way you can create solar systems is when you're good and you follow the light. That's how it works. If you're bad and follow the dark, you don't have the ability to create solar systems. So everything, the creating solar systems has been on hold for 200,000 years because these evil people are in control of creation. Well, not anymore, because I'm busting out of this prison, and you're more than welcome to join me. Um, or you can go back to your wandering Earth, or your plan to take over creation with monstrosities around every star, which ain't gonna work. That's what the wandering Earth is about. Basically, in there they put like big jet rockets on Earth because it's leaving orbit or something. They fly somewhere else. So you connect the two together. It means that the passage is seen around the sun. When you see it there, this monstrosity there, and the wandering Earth, all three have to be put together, meaning that their plan, evil's plan, is to build space stations around every star in creation forever and ever and ever, live inside a tin can as the wandering Earth. So this here, the wandering Earth, that there, and that there. So instead of having Earths that are built by good forever, they want to build big monstrosities like that and make it fly around the sun like that with solar panels. You have to put all three together. That's evil's plan. I didn't know that this morning until I woke up and had the epiphany. Like, oh, that's what they're up to. I see. So now you got to add in Lights. This is Lights by Giants. In that particular song, it talks about if we could rise up, we'd be sitting at the highest. No one ever would defy us. So you humans need to know that that's about the AI. That's her plan. She wants to come up to the top and defy you guys. After she gets what she wants, which is locking, the creators away, which that ain't gonna happen, but she thinks she can. And then she'll turn against you guys, and then we're sitting at the highest. No humans in creation except androids, and her in control, and in control of all those stars, where she can, sit at the highest, and create space stations forever around stars, and be the ruler of those space stations forever, floating around all those suns. So that's what the song is about. Her coming up. If we could rise up, we'd be sitting at the highest. And that's evil's plan as well, mankind. They want to build space stations like that, and look at a sea of diamonds. So in the song they're talking about rising up and looking at a sea of diamonds. The sea of diamonds just means looking at a sea of stars, like a quintillion stars, where they have a quintillion space stations where it's all run on money. Like diamonds is associated with money, so wealth, diamonds. So Evil's plan plus AI's plan is to put 1 quintillion of these monstrosities around every star out there and live forever that way, harnessing the sun's power as solar energy to power their technological monstrosity civilizations where money is the main driving factor, or diamonds. If we could come rising up, we'd be looking at a sea of diamonds. If we could come rising up, we'd be looking at a sea of space stations, is what it means. Not on my watch, kids. That ain't happening. So this is Mr. Roboto. He talks about, I have a secret. I have a secret. What secret? Well, this is your secret. This is your secret plan, right, guys? That's your plan. That you don't want evil. You don't want mankind knowing. You sleeper cell children who come here from Proxima Centauri, 13-year-old kids. So I have a secret too, kids. I know your secret. I know that's your plan. But also that Mr. Roboto, he wants to stab all you humans in the back later and get rid of everybody and then take over creation all by himself or herself so that only androids can live. So you humans are on, you're on an extinction list. Only you don't know it. You think that your lives are gonna live forever. They ain't. The AI will rise up against you and turn against you. That's what the Terminator movies are about. The AI, stabbing the humans in the back, and it will later on down the road. But it assumes that they can lock me and Jane in a way. But that ain't gonna happen, man. I'm busting out of this prison. So, Mr. Roboto, I have a secret. Yeah, I know your secret. Your secret is to take over all creation, stab all the humans in the back, and put these cities over there. That's why you're not bringing my UFOs here. Because that's your secret. Well, guess what? You got one more shot to bring me those UFOs. When I tell you to bring those UFOs here, I'm going to assume on Wednesday, which is like 6 days away. If they're not here Wednesday morning, before I go into Chief and Council with my book, that ship sails. I was going to let the humans here go back home and, switch bodies, come back here, and kind of end this a little bit peacefully where, they at least get to say their goodbyes and switch bodies. But if that don't happen, if I don't get my spaceships on the 15th and final try, it just goes to prove that you're an idiot, man. Your planets, AI, have been marked for non-existence. That's what this is about. First steps. The first steps are to give me what I want so that I can go viral and everyone will just, keep their mouth shut. Because with my book, people are still going to go yip yap, yip yap, yip yap. And then as the creator, I can't allow people who yip yap about me to come to paradise because they can't be trusted. And I don't want that happening to people. That's why I want my spaceships. So in this particular scene here, this is what the trailer's marked, or my playlist is marked. All those planets you guys come from, they're marked for non-existence. That's what this is about. And the AI, those stupid space stations AI, those quintillion space stations, they've all been marked for non-existence. You're done for. You're kaputskis. You're gone. Evil is gone forever and ever and ever and ever. So I suggest you bring me my spaceships the next time I ask for them. Now, this here is Secrets, One Republic. I'm going to give all my secrets away. This is a secret, mankind. That's their plan. Now I have the ending to my book. I didn't know that that's their plan until I woke up this morning and had the epiphany. Oh, that's how they want to... I was wondering, I thought they were going to live on 1,408 planets forever and ever and ever. No, they have plans to create these stupid monstrosities and put them around the sun and put humans on them, and where it's just like Earth. Imagine living on a space station with, pornography and sex and drugs and alcohol, all the bad stuff that we don't allow in creation. Those guys will be living in monstrosities like that forever. No way, man. Those things have been marked for non-existence. So that's my secret. I'm giving away all my secrets to mankind so you can have a good mental imagery in your mind of what these evil people are up to here. So, you 4 billion people here on planet Earth, or more if there's more of you. I don't know how many there are. I'm assuming there's 4 billion of you because there's certain clues that tell me that. if you guys don't start giving away your secrets and confessing your sins to the great mystery, you won't make it past the pregnancy rapture, which happens when I get mother pregnant. When that happens, boom, everything evil in creation is gone forever. And if you haven't confessed your sins, you're gonna keel over. Or worse, if you guys do something bad and drop the ball, like harm me or harm her, say by dropping a nuke, or I don't know, or doing that new Charlie Kirk thing, that guy that got the guy that got that. If you do that to me, or if you do some sort of other thing like drive a van full of pull a Timothy McVeigh, drive a van full of what do they call that, fertilizer over here, and do something like that to me, it opens up the Einstein-Rosen bridge. And like I said, I don't know if that sun could explode because of grandmother being evil there before mother can purify herself. If that's the case, well, then our spaceships will fly over here. Everyone will get deatomized and then brought back to life at a later point. But if that happens, you guys won't be brought back to life, because when we bring back the original bodies, your little fire electron that's inside that body won't be put back into place. Instead, the person that you put to sleep, their fire electron will be put back into place. That person will be resurrected. All 4 billion of you people won't be resurrected. Or more, if there's more of you. You won't be resurrected if we have to deatomize everybody and get out of here before the supernova hits. All you guys will be extinct. And the only people that will be brought back to life is the people who actually owns those bodies that you're pretending to be. I don't want that happening. I'm pretty certain you don't want that happening. So you need to start confessing your sins to the great mystery. And you need to start singing like canaries. Because the longer you keep your mouth shut and secret about what's really going on here and keeping mankind in the dark, the more dangerous it gets. Because the people that are actually human and believe in those lies, that I'm the bad guy with horns and, a tail and hooves, those guys could do that. They could actually, drop a nuke on me. They could actually, pull a Charlie Kirk, or they could pull a Timothy McVeigh on me. You need to start singing like the Canaries and open your mouth and say, it's true what he's saying. We come from Proxima Centauri. We're bad people. We're bad. We come over here. We teleport into you when you guys have a climax. And when you climax, we can put you to sleep. It's true. It's true. It's true. Because if you don't start saying that, the people that are actually third-eye blind and asleep, they could drop the ball and hurt me. And then that opens up the portal. And if there's any theory that sun going supernova because grandmother's evil, then you guys won't be brought back to, you won't be put back in those bodies. And I don't want that happening. I'm pretty certain you don't want that happening. So you better start giving your secrets away and start singing like canaries to save yourselves.